it's Wow Sly again. Charlie Tango 941. Bought a new bit of kit today, so I've came out. I'm not ready to try it out. I'll do that on Sunday for the Charlie Tango Extreme. I just came out ready to do a quick little product review. And all I've got with me today is my belt bag. As you know, basic tools, cooking, water, tea, coffee, sugar, waterproofs, just some random bits that you'd need for an afternoon out or a day out. And of course the fleece is just hanging up just to keep it off the ground. Bike's over there, so we'll get a brew on the go and I'll show you this new bit of kit, despite the descriptions probably gave it away. Right, today is Tuesday the 23rd of April 2013. I know that because it says so on the watch. Not doing sticks today, it's broad daylight. I've got some workmen with diggers and JCBs just working over there. And again, the farmer might pop along to his field over there. So it's not a lot of smoke, but you can smell it, and I just don't want anyone investigating really. Again, it's baking hot today. Been out in the garden with no top on, sort of sweating. So I don't really need a hot drink. Just having it for the fluid side today. Should just be drinking water, but if I can make a drink, I will. But right, let's move on. Oh, and I've got the Baofeng today for monitoring. I'm still waiting to get the confirmation about my call sign. Right, sit on my log. I'm not even dressed for it today. I've got trainers on and jeans. But a while ago, I was after a walking pole. Multi-purpose for obviously walking across rough terrain and holding up a basher or shelter. But being 6'6", a lot of these poles were 2 sections and they weren't quite tall enough. I could just about get my hand on them standing up. I really wanted to hold it out in front of me. Midgie bite from the other day. Got one on my back too. So I use this hand. So we don't have to look at the midgie bite. Yeah, a lot of them. I couldn't hold out my arm 90 degrees out in front of me. They were just too short. They only came up to sort of my waist. And again, if I'm using it for a shelter, the maximum height it goes to, I still have to duck to get into my shelter because I'm so tall. So I was after a 3-sectioned one because again, they're slightly longer when they're fully extended. And I just wasn't happy about paying. You know, as I'm tall, I have to pay for more expensive clothes for the height of me. Really, it's a bit unfair. Shoes, trousers, and so on. But yeah, Wilkinson's. Not a fan of some of the cheap stuff they do, but £4, and I was looking at spending £25 to £35 on one. So we've got just the one pole extended, and I think that's the height most of the walking sticks came to. Again, they're alright to put my hand on top of, but I couldn't hold it out in front of me to get the sort of best leverage. And again, if that's the height of my tarp, then I really struggle to get in it because that's pretty much the height of my waist. Might actually face the sun. So yeah, I need a 3-section one, so I'll extend the third bit now. So now we've got it extended, you can see my arms coming out at a nice right angle. And also, for a cheap £4 pole or walking stick, this is spring loaded, it's anti-shock. So if you're using it on concrete, you're not going to get clonk, 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 clonk. It's got a spring in there. So it moves about ½ inch to 1 inch, which is ample. Nice ambidextrous grip, because some of the ones I've seen collapsible walking sticks with a handle that comes out at 90 degrees, they're generally for right hands only. They've got that flat bit like a crutch, if you've ever broken your leg. The removable plastic cup, so it doesn't sink into the ground. I've just oiled that up and going to leave it on. and the rubber attachment comes off, and it's got a metal fitting, so we're not going to shatter or break any plastic, and it shouldn't wear out like the hardware and plastic ones. Plus it's got measurements on it. Oop, I need to get the water on there. That's taken up quicker than I thought. Right, that's better. I meant to put the water on, so it would have boiled while I would have finished this review. But that's it really, the 3-sectioned walking stick from Wilkinson's, £4. They've also at the moment got £8 for inflatable mattresses. They're half price. I've seen them in Tesco's for about £16, and Wilkinson's are doing the same thing for half the price. They've got some mummy sleeping bags in there, I think again for like £8. I think they're only summer mummy sleeping bags, but I've already got a summer one, so they'll both work well together. But yeah, most people are aware of the camping gear they've got. Some of it is crap. They've got some, actually another thing they've got I should have got, they've got some aluminium water bottles, £2 a piece, 700ml. I prefer 100ml. I like at least a water litre bottle. I'm not sure. I'm a fan of the 500s or 700s. But again, they're only £2. So that's the walking stick. They've got them in green or blue or red, I think. I've got the green one. Hopefully it won't stick out as much. But I just thought £4 for an anti-shock 3-sectioned walking stick. No, £4, sorry. I thought that was fantastic. And of course the good thing is it fits in my trailer, because where I do a lot of my CTX activations with a trailer, it's nice to know it fits in the trailer, it's not going to poke out, because that was the other thing a while ago where I didn't buy one. It's because I wanted one to go in my bag. Don't like things on the outside of my bag, they get snagged when walking through trees. And again, the walking sticks that fold down to fit in a small day bag, again they're dearer, but the main thing is that fits in my trailer nicely. It's the right height for me finally, and the price was unbeatable. I mean, I'm glad I didn't spend £25–30 for one, just to get the height, the 3 sections. So if you are after a walking stick on a budget, or you're just not going to get much use out of it like myself, don't want to spend a fortune if I'm hardly going to use it, £4 from Wilkinson's. Again, I've put slightly too much fuel in there. I keep filling the bloody thing up when I should just be putting enough in there to boil a cup of water. So I have to watch that and let it burn out on its own. But I watched a video last night while I'm here. Quite late, probably about 1–2 o'clock this morning. New lad, can't remember his name, or his channel name, so I'll put a link up for that when I get in. I sent him a message saying I was going to send him some bits and pieces. He's only young, school kid. Just went through his EDC, bought himself a little bag and a nice little collapsible stool to go on the side of the bag, and he's up for doing some bushcraft and wild camping by the looks of it. He admitted he's new and he's just started, so I sent him a message saying I'll send him a few things to get on his way. Obviously I'm not an expert, I haven't got a load of gear myself, but you know, I can spare a few things. He said he had a bungee and a mess tin and a blue tarp, a pound shop job. A few bits and bobs. He's got a few little bits towards his first aid kit. So he's just started off his getting there. So I'm going to put a little box together and send him a few things. Not going to say what it is, but it'll only be a little package. But I just sent him a message saying, you know, ask your mum and dad if you can PM me your address and I'll send you a little box of some stuff to get you going. So yeah, hopefully he'll get back to me, and yeah, I think you should all sub him. He's got about 7 or 8 videos on there, but only one so far of his bag, but I'm sure there'll be more to come. So if you all sub him, and then he can sort of get some good tips from you lot, and I won't say what I'm going to send him because it'll spoil the fun, but hopefully he'll do a response, and you can see what he's got, because every little helps, doesn't it, really? So it should be interesting the next few months. It's coming up to spring now and summer. He should be getting out quite a bit, and we should get some good videos from this little lad. I'm just gutted I can't remember his name, but hopefully he gets a message or the comment I left him last night, and his parents allow me to send him a little gift. You know, keep it friendly and all that. So that's my my little product review on a bargain from Wilkinson's. The only other item I've bought from there is my saw, and it was about a £5 or £6, and again, I don't use it a lot, so there's no need to spend a lot of money, but the saw is great. I've used it a couple of times and it's fantastic. It'll cut something like the size of my arm and smaller. And the £4 walking stick, well, I'll try it out Sunday up on Eels and see what it's like with a tarp on it. Just waiting for the coffee to cool down now. I can pack up and go home. Again, trying to keep tidy. I'm trying not to get too much stuff out. Can't put any of that away yet, it's still warm, and the water's the last thing to go away after I've washed up and put the cup away. Jacket's hanging up again. Gloves are on the side just ready. So, it's my shout out, and just going to hang around now, have a little wander, I think, have a little look in the stagnant water, count the flies. Have a little wander while I'm here waiting for the coffee to cool down a bit. I've got the radio on me, but that's a bit quiet at the moment. And again, I can't use the amateur bands for a few more days. But if you're in Wiltshire, into your radio, CB, PMR or amateur, come over to Southwick this Friday or Saturday. They're doing a 2-day, the local Trowbridge and surrounding areas amateur radio club. They're doing 2 days in the Southwick Village Hall, setting up a few stations, and I think they were just alternating, taking turns broadcasting. So that'd be a good day there. There's a cafe across the road, and I think they've got tea and coffee on site. So it'd be nice to see a few amateurs set up there. Various different bits of equipment. I think they're just using the club antenna on the roof of the building, but they have got a club radio. But I think today, on the Friday and Saturday, they'll have about 7 different stations set up by the sounds of it. So I'm going along just to see what I can pick up, get some ideas for the CB, get some ideas for my shack for my amateur side of things. So again, if you're in Wiltshire and you're close to Southwick, surrounding towns are Trowbridge, Warminster, about half hour from Bath. Google it, Southwick Village Hall, or go on the I think it's the Trowbridge Amateur Radio Club, and there'll be some links on there for it, and I'll put a link up in the description for that as well. Right, time to drink up and scram.